What's going on, guys? Give me 1 second here. Make sure everything's working. Take a look here. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Should be ready to rock and roll here any second. All right. Cool beans. Okay, guys. So, of course, we're going to get through Amazon Q&A stuff, but first I want to talk about some launching stuff and go as much detail as I can about that. Of course, if you want your questions answered in first priority, make sure you get in the Facebook group with the link down below in the description. But let's bring up the guide we're going to be going over today. Let's see here. Let me bring that up. There it is. Okay. So we're going to be talking about Amazon launching today. Okay. I'm just going to break this down as much as possible today. After this call, inside the group, this PDF will be available for you guys to go grab yourself, but it won't be available till after this call. So might as well hang in tight there and have me go over it. And then, of course, you can just go rewatch this video once you have the guide if you need some reference there. Just again, double checking that we're good to go. Okay, looks like we're fine. Let's see here. Okay, awesome. So how to launch the Amazon FBA product. It's a full tutorial here that I'm going to be going over for you guys today. So we'll be going over through this tutorial is pre-launch preparation, the one goal of launching, only two framework, and how to create your launch plan. Okay. So first thing we talk about is pre-launch preparation. Now, people think that there's something wrong with their PPC or whatever it may be. They need to do all these latest strategies and things like this, but if we don't get these things done before the launch, then everything else is just, it's a waste of time, right? It's just like, it's testing something like, it's like doing Facebook ads to your local gym, but your doors are still closed. It's almost like that. Okay. To give you kind of a example there. So the first thing we need to talk about is a supreme listing. So for your pre-launch preparation. So we need to have the right SEO and keyword indexing for your listing there. So title, bullets, description, backend. You can use Helium 10, Cerebro, and keyword tools to get your best keywords. And of course, you can always adapt these as you go and re-update them. I guess it'd just be update them over time when you get PPC data, things like that, and get to know your customers a little bit better. Next, actual copywriting and bullets, description to get customers to take action. Most people think copy is just a waste of time, but no, like this is how you get people to take action. So speak to your target demographic, use their language, highlight benefits, not features. So don't tell me it's dishwasher safe. Tell me the benefit of what dishwasher safe does. You save time by not doing dishes. It's long lasting, right? You can run cycle after cycle without thinking about it. Concise and powerful. Longer is not always better. So for bullets, it's better to have a short sentence that's more powerful than a long paragraph, than A+ content. Huge bonus there. Some people see a 3 to 5% increase in conversion rate just from that. Next, probably the most important part of your listing here is photos with a purpose. You use lifestyles, infographics, 3D renderings. What benefits do your photos highlight? Just like your bullets, you need to highlight benefits of your product through your photos. They can't just be aimless. They have to be planned out, mapped out, because if people are going to look at the first three images a lot more than the rest of the images, so those first three images need to be more powerful. The biggest benefits of your product, the biggest customer needs, what are people complaining about the most on other listings? These need to be highlighted in your photos. Okay. Next, how do you tell them everything they need to know in your photos? Ideally in the first three. Same thing there, right? So people, for the people who don't read the bullets, how do we get the same things that you think is important through the first three photos? Okay. So this is the worst place to be cheap or lazy. Again, all these things have a massive effect on your actual conversion rate on your listing, right? If we're sending traffic, we're trying to launch, and your conversion rate's trash because you're not doing these things, then it's like, again, you're just throwing money out the window. Next, the video on your listing. Yes, this is big here. Going to want to hire this out, most likely unless you have a background in videography. But having a video on your listing is another way to boost conversion. Okay. Number 2 here is insane product value and quality. So this doesn't really apply to people who have their full order in already, but this is great to know for your future launches and products, and something you just need to know, and to know when to potentially call it quits on your first product too as well. So essentially, you need to have these things, and if you don't and you're just throwing money at the wind, maybe it's time to back off. Okay. So The first thing I guess you really need to know, this is really just a precursor, is to take your time. Okay, your product has to have the right market fit. So this is kind of, again, we're talking about pre-launch stuff here. So you need to have the right market fit, or again, you're just going to throw money in the wind. It's too saturated of a market, and you're not going to have, like, it's an uphill battle that's unwinnable, or you just don't have enough money to win that battle. Okay, so take the time to create 5-star review quality and so much value that it would be stupid for them to pick someone else's over yours. So essentially, you know, if you have that 5-star quality, you when you make those investments for your launching, you're going to get 5-star reviews. You're going to get more traffic and convert that traffic. And over time, this will compound you where you don't have to do all these crazy launch things. Your product will be sustainable. And you can't really do this if you have a 3-star quality product. Okay. And then you include so much value that it would be stupid for them to pick someone else over yours. This takes a lot of time too. You got to pick what you bundle with, what features are you adding, how are you demonstrating your product? What niche are you hitting? Things like this, right? So getting 2 steps ahead of the market, essentially, to make sure that, like, yeah, if they buy this product, they're definitely going to want these things. And so mine is a no-brainer because it has those included already, because it's going to be that much more convenient. It's going to be that much more valuable. Okay. And to kind of hit on this a little bit more with the example is, story of Raul here in my AWA program. Why he was able to hit 20K a month in his second month is because he spent a ton of effort and time putting his product together. He researched the market. He figured out, he got samples home. He tried them out himself. There's one part of his product he tested out himself with like 3 different versions of it to make sure that he had the best product before it hit the market. Okay. And that's why he was able to hit 20K a month, not because of some crazy launch strategy, because he took the time to make sure that the product was A+. Okay. And so people think it's these crazy strategies, but no, it's really the first step in, we talk about the bedrock theory, just kind of how I compound and put this business together. The first part of that foundation is products. Okay. Your first step is products. If you don't have the right product, it doesn't matter what else you do if it doesn't have the right market fit, because you're a skyscraper, which, again, if you don't know this, skyscraper is like the sales, the fun part of the business. And if you need a skyscraper, again, nerdy civil engineering background here, you need a thick foundation in the bedrock. Okay. And so, your bedrock is your product, your suppliers, and your listing, of course. So if you don't have those pieces in place, your skyscraper just comes tumbling down. Okay. Again, I know a little cheesy, but it gets the point across. Next, of course, make sure you do thorough inspections there of your product to make sure that, there's no defects going onto the market there, or at least as few as possible. And next is idiot-proof the product packaging so that it doesn't come broken. So just think of your UPS driver or, international shipping, making sure it can withstand the elements of shipping across the country, shipping across the world, and, that UPS driver who's having a bad day kicking your package around. Okay. So onto the fun part here about the actual launching, making sure you guys are still here. Yep, everything's working. All right, let me get a sip of water here. All right. Okay, so the one goal of launching, let's get over this for you guys. So the one goal of launching, we only have one goal when it comes to launching our product. Let us break down what that one goal is. First, we have to ask, why are we launching? Okay. We're launching because we want organic sales. Why? Because organic sales are where we make full price sales with no ad spend eating away at our profit margin, aka we make much more money. Okay. With organic sales, we also will continue to get sales daily while we sleep. It's sustainable and slightly passive, and less work in, more sales out. Okay. So this is what we want. This is what Warren Buffett preaches. You're going to be poor unless you figure out a way to make money while you sleep. And this is the way you do it, is organic sales, not just ad driven, not just launch driven, but the whole goal of launching is to rank organically and get those organic sales. Okay. That way they're full price. We're getting our full margin. That's where this business actually makes sense. Okay. So should be our goal here. Once we get to this point, I call it getting over the hump here. This is where the business can change lives. So how do we get organic sales? We rank up on Amazon in the customer search results for specific keywords that customers are using to search and buy for our product. Makes sense, right? Hopefully you guys are following along. We do this by doing this one thing, our one goal, and that is increasing sales velocity. Okay. Now there's two ways essentially to increase sales velocity here. But again, we want to rank up on Amazon and customer search results because, again, when they're searching on Amazon, we want to be right there, not just from ads, but organically. That's where 80% of the sales come from, is the top 3 to 5 listings organically. This is where, again, this business can change lives. So we do this with our one goal, which is increasing sales velocity by generally. So this meaning it's not keyword specific. Okay, I'll go to B here. So it's not keyword specific as the other one here, and we have generally. So the difference between these two is generally, say you're getting, so there's certain ads on Amazon that you could do. You can plop them on your competitor's listing, ASIN or product page ads. This is generally, or general sales velocity if we get sales this way, because it's not keyword specific. Same thing if we just take our Amazon link, send a customer there, whether it's ads or somewhere else. This is generally just sales velocity. It's not keyword specific. Keyword specific is getting, so say you're running a PPC campaign for a lemon squeezer and you bid on lemon squeezer and you get a sale there. That's keyword specific, okay? Now that's important to know because keyword specific is way more powerful for our one goal here, or for our goal of launching and getting to organic ranking, okay? A little note here, if we increase our sales velocity higher than the competitors, then over time we will outrank them. So if we have lemon squeezers here, for an example, and we outpace them with sales velocity, which is just getting sales. Okay, that's all sales velocity is. Sales over a certain time period, whether that's sales per day or sales per week. If we outpace them for that keyword, we outrank them. Okay, that's important to know. Now, this isn't just for one day. This happens, over 7 to 10 days based on the Amazon algorithm there, because they take not just one day of data, but they take 7 days of data essentially to simplify it there. But it's that simple, guys. We outpace people with sales velocity on a certain keyword. Okay, it's generally getting sales too. So in that category, they still boost your rankings, but it's a lot more broad and less powerful across all the keywords you're indexing, where keyword specific is going to give you way more weight for that keyword we're getting sales on. Okay. So what affects sales velocity, since this is just our one goal here? So only two things, and leads us to our only two launching framework. Okay. Number one is conversion rate. Okay, so this is huge. Now, what conversion rate is, of course, is just you have 10 people come to your listing and 2 people check out. You have a 20% conversion rate. Okay, now on Amazon, a good conversion rate is between, I'd say, about 12 to 20%, depending on your category. But that's eventually where you kind of want to be at. Conversion rate on a Shopify store, if you have a good one, it's probably 3 to 5%. So, it's a lot higher in Amazon. It's this way because people have buyer's intent there, right? They're going to Amazon to purchase things. They're looking for it specifically. They already know they're going to purchase something. And so they do it a lot more higher rate than, say, a Shopify store that you just drive general traffic to. Okay. So now we need to talk about what affects conversion rate. Now, again, why it's so important is because this goes into everything you're doing. Like it just makes everything much more efficient, right? If we send 100 people to our listing and we only 5 check out or so, that's a 5% conversion rate. Well, our ads are a lot efficient. Our launching strategies are less efficient. And also Amazon rewards you for having a higher conversion rate and ranks you up higher because they want the most congruent product for that keyword. Okay. So if we have a 20% conversion rate, our ads are going to be way more profitable. Our launching strategies are going to work way better. Okay. So let's get into what affects conversion rate. Number one by far is number of reviews. Okay. So number of reviews by far it's the hardest thing, but it's the most important thing. Okay, so you should be essentially doing a space race for your reviews. Okay, so if your competitors have 300, you should be on a space race to beat them to the moon, essentially, right? So getting to 350 before them, or getting to 400 before them, or at least matching them or getting close to them. Okay. How we can affect the number of reviews is build a review system. So there's many ways we could do this, but the first layup is friends and family. Just make sure they don't have, or they haven't used the same IP address as you in the past, because Amazon checks that. So if your friends and family out of state, things like that, it's a perfect for them to buy your product and leave a review. Again, this is in a gray area of Amazon, so do it at your own risk. But something I'm totally okay with if done correctly. Next is friends and family. Next is Vine program. So this requires trademark and brand registry, which pretty much anybody doing private label, I'd advise you to do this. So the Vine program, you get up to 30 reviews. If you're not doing this, you're at a huge disadvantage. Next is QR codes. You can build systems where your packaging has QR codes on it, or your product insert, to lead them somewhere to essentially a review system that you built out. Okay. Email lists and funnels. So email list, this is probably the most powerful thing. If you have a way to contact customers who have purchased, this is great. You can't do this on Amazon because they take care of the whole customer journey. So if there's ways to get people onto an email list, whether that's a PDF or they're reaching out in some way, whether that's something on your product packaging or whatever it may be, this is great because you can know who purchased and then reach out to them for a review later. Okay. Funnels, this is just like a special website. Essentially, you can lead them through there, get their email in you, or get them in you. Sorry, a little foggy today. Excuse me. But essentially get their email, give them whatever it is that spurred them to put their email in as well, to collect those. Next is social media, organic or paid. This could be influencers. This could be ads. This could be just organic. So this could be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook groups, things like that. Okay. So again, if we have some type of system with say Instagram and they have to DM you, okay, and they purchased, well, you have that tie now. You could reach out to them and be like, hey, can you leave an honest review? That mean a lot to my small business. Okay. 6, automate review requests. So you can do this through seller.tools. And this is through Amazon side too, where you're essentially just requesting a review from them through Amazon's platform. So those are the best ways to get the number of reviews. Next is review rating. So biggest thing here is listen to your customers and make improvements. So we need to have review rating in most niches, 95% to 99% over 4.3 stars. Okay. So we need to listen to our customers, make improvements to our products. If we get a bad review, who cares? Let's make the fixes. Let's address it. Let's try to maybe reach out to see what we could do better, make it right, things like that. Okay. And there's things that are commonly mistaked in you say you get a bunch of 1-star reviews because they didn't understand your product. Well, now we put that in our second photo, in our infographic. We put this in the bullet. We put this in the title, the A+ content or description, to make sure that customers who purchase know what to expect. Because if, say you have a product that goes with something, so you include that other product on your photo to make it seamless that, okay, this product goes with that, but it doesn't include that product. Well, people were like, well, I thought this included that. Like what happened here? So essentially avoiding customer confusion and making updates to your listing is a big way to do that, as well as improving your product. C, price point. Of course, price point affects your conversion rate. If you're priced competitively with your other competitors, that obviously helps. Coupon and deals, just the impulse buy is huge too. D, supreme listing, which we talked about in the pre-launch category, as well as insane product value and quality, making it dumb for them not to check out because the value is just too insane. These things also have a great deal to impact your conversion rate too there. Okay. So once we understand this stuff, and this, number of reviews comes over time, but this stuff right here is a must to essentially make sure your conversion rate, gets higher. You can check this in business reports. I got some YouTube videos on that. How to check that. If you just type in Cameron James, Amazon FBA Seller Central reports, you should find that pretty easily. Okay, so once we've done everything in the pre-launch category, and we've done everything we possibly can, and know we're going to continue to work on a conversion rate, we're going to talk about traffic, right? So this is when people just go right to traffic. Well, no, we got to do all this stuff first, right? To make sure we're being as efficient as possible, make sure we even have a chance. But once we get there, traffic, a little bit of a harder part here. But the first way, of course, is PPC. So Amazon ads, everybody knows about this. So everybody should be doing this in some form or some fashion. Even when you first start, I don't care. You need to figure out how this works. So discovery campaigns are the first one. So, phrase campaigns, maybe some auto campaigns, maybe a little bit of broad, but essentially figuring out, getting to your search term reports to figure out what customers are using to buy your product, what terms, and putting those in exact campaigns. So essentially finding those keywords after a few weeks of data and doubling down on what works. Okay. Because when you first start, there's going to be a lot of keywords that are relevant to your product, but you don't have any competitive edge on it right now versus the other competitors, and they're not going to work. They're going to be too inefficient. So we just want to double down on what works until we get to that right conversion amount or conversion rate, that right number of reviews and everything like that, where these other keywords that are not doing well eventually will do well. Okay. Next on traffic, friends and family. Again, this kind of goes in both categories because you can use friends and family to just get, sales velocity too. Giveaways, a little bit higher risk. Amazon kind of hates these and is doing everything they can to combat them. But rebate key, Facebook ads, mini chat, very complex. You can do this to increase your sales velocity, but it's one of my least favorite ways right now to do this, just because Amazon tracks where these customers come from. and they seem to give them less weight. 4, social media organic. So right now, my favorite, this is by far, besides PPC and friends and family, my favorite way to get traffic, especially if you're not getting anything organic yet. Excuse me. Drinking the bubbly water again. So social media organic. So my favorite ways right now are YouTube and TikTok by far. Okay. Facebook groups would be a close third here. Then we have Pinterest and IG as well. Instagram's just really hard to build organically. So I'd go the influencer route there, which we'll talk about. But making how-to videos about the pain points of your customers, you can easily do this. YouTube Shorts right now are huge to drive extra traffic to your listing. Amazon loves it when you drive external traffic to Amazon. Okay, they reward you for this. TikTok obviously is the best way to go viral. This stuff takes some time, some research to figure out, but we have people inside my group that are doing this quite well and just driving additional 5 to 10 sales, a day. And this is huge because those extra 5 to 10 sales help you boost up your organic rankings above your competition. This is a great way to make sure you get supplanted in the rankings there. Okay. So TikToks, YouTube Shorts, things like that. Even I guess IG Shorts, but again, I think that's the hardest way to go viral. TikTok, YouTube Shorts right now, great. How to long form YouTube videos convert the best. Okay. Social media, paid here. So you can do YouTube ads, IG ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, things like that. Even Facebook groups, you can get in there and talk to the admins to see if you can do like a paid promotion, things like that. This is hard because, we're working with such thin margins already. That's hard to make work. I'd wait to, add this to probably the last, unless you have a skill set based on that already. Next, this is probably my next favorite one here, is social media influencers. So paying, Cameron, I don't want to make a YouTube video. Well, we can pay influencers to do that for us, give them free product or pay them a little bit there. I wouldn't be paying anybody thousands of dollars yet until you figure this process out. Maybe a couple $100 here, maybe a free product here. It's all about, I guess the right term would be micro influencers. So essentially, getting your product out to 10 to 15 different influencers to see which one works best, and then potentially having a partnership with them. So IG works well, TikTok works well as well. So you can actually pay people to make YouTube videos for you if you don't want to make them, or you could just have them promote your product on those YouTube videos. Same thing with the rest of the formats here. Next, sales funnels and email lists. So ClickFunnels is, we're talking about funnels earlier. ClickFunnels, you can build out essentially a website that you can direct people in, to sell your product a little easier, as well as get people. You can do this to build review systems. You can do this to build a lead magnet. So, to get emails in and have people put their emails in. So you can do that. That's the next point, lead magnets here. So say you have a pet product and this pet product helps keep dogs from getting worms, and you want to educate the market on how to avoid, top 10 tips to avoid your puppy from getting worms. We can make a PDF guide on that, make that up real nice, and then give this to people, and they have to put their email in to get it because they need a way, or you need a way to send it to them. Now you have their email. They purchased your product. You can reach out. You can, advertise your next 2-3 products to them as well. Having your own email list for your brand it's so powerful. It takes a while to figure out, but it's so powerful because again, you can launch your second, third product so much easier if you have 1,000-person email list, things like that as well. If you know who purchased, you can ask for reviews, do promos, everything like that. So to collect emails, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign are the best softwares for that. 8, Amazon Live, so you could do this. There's Amazon Live influencers you could use. Rebate has a little influencer section you can look at, but as well, you could just reach out to people on Amazon Live, which you just go to Amazon, go to their live section, you'll find that. And 9, any other creative way you can think of, essentially. There's tons of ways to do this and drive traffic, but it could be affiliate stuff. It could be all types of stuff here. Okay. Next, since we know this information already, now let's time to build your launch plan. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, okay, is pick your review system. Okay. So friends, family, Vine program, automated review request, learn, execute, view results, then switch one out or add many more. So you just go right up here. Okay. So you can get this PDF. Whoops. Let me go back up here. Where is, it's under conversion right here. So you can just keep, you start with friends and family, Vine program, automated review request. Once you get that down, start going here, add one more in, swap one that's not working for something else and give it a try. But guys, when you're trying things out, 2 days is not enough. 7 days is not enough. 30 days, okay, I see that. 30 to 60 days, you're learning a new skill. Give that a proper chance to even have a shot there, okay? So, excuse me again, going back down. I know I'm disgusting. I don't know if you guys can pick up those little burps, but I'm sorry if you can. So building your launch plan here. Yep. So pick your review system here. And then once you've done your review system stuff, you're going to pick a source of traffic. So you can do friends and family first, source of traffic, source of traffic. So 3 sources of traffic when you first start out. Friends and family and PPC should be the first 2 by like default. Okay. Then pick your third one. So Amazon Live. So you say you do influences there. So, you just go right back up, pick one here. So maybe we do social media organic. Maybe start making YouTube shorts or TikToks. Okay. Which I think is one of the best ways to do it right now. And then if it doesn't work, we switch to another one here or swap out. So we can add an extra traffic source here or replace ones that aren't working. So establish ones that are working, double down on them. Okay. And then add or replace, as you keep moving forward. Again, keep the flywheel going. Okay. So that's all you have to do there. One thing I'll add here is make sure you're tracking organic rankings throughout this process. You could do this with the keyword tracker on Helium 10, but this just keeps tracks of where you're ranking organically. Again, you got to track what your goals are. Like if we're not tracking essentially what the goal is, then how do we know if we're doing the right things or not, right? So if we move up to spot, we're in spot 40 for lemon squeezer, we move up to spot 20, that tells us we're doing something right. And this is what that tool allows us to do, okay? The more traffic you can combine together, the better. Prove that it can convert though, or else you'll waste your time and money. For beginners, I suggest just starting with 3 sources of traffic. There will be a learning curve before you can actually tell if some of these strategies work or not. Give 1 or 2 months with your initial plans, then plug and play, or just add whenever, or when ready there. Okay, guys. So that is the launching guide there. Again, you could grab that inside the Facebook group here after this call. Let me switch over to Q&A real fast here, and then we'll get going on that. Let's see here. There we are. Okay. So going to the Q&A here. Okay, we have 19, it looks like. Okay, let me get another sip of bubbly water so I can keep burping on you guys. I just get such dry mouth when I'm talking this long. All right. So we have Brett here, Brett Tester. Hey, Cameron. In group, I watched the video for getting tax exemption on Alibaba, but wondering if anyone can shed some light on how this is done for Canadians who want to buy from Alibaba and ship to Amazon in the US. Doesn't seem to make sense to pay Canadian GST or PST since the goods are not entering Canada on a resale in the US. There also seems to be an issue getting US exemption since we don't have physical presence in any other state. We have a Canadian corp instead of US LLC. Very confusing. Any help would be greatly appreciated. I have a pending order with supplier in Alabama. I was wanting to collect over $600 in US taxes. Okay, so did you tell Alibaba you're in the US? Okay, so obviously I'm not a Canadian, so I haven't been through this process personally on the Canadian side. I do have Canadian clients who have taken care of this on their own. So there's definitely a way to do this. Can you switch your Alibaba account to Canadian and get exemption that way? Because they have openings for other countries, so I'm guessing you have to do it that way, unless it's based on the country you're sending it to, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So the fact you're getting charged US taxes doesn't make sense to me because, again, I'm not a CPA or anything like that, but you're buying it as a Canadian. Alibaba only charges sales tax because the countries want to collect from their citizens. So if anything, you should be paying Canadian taxes, but I guess you're paying in US, so maybe that's why it's just in the US format. But there's a way to get around that. I'm not sure. I'd ask, maybe make a post, maybe you already have, to ask other Canadians in this group about that. But I need to see a bit more and see your process on the Canadian side to get through that personally and know what to do. Hunad Khan. Hello, Cameron. Apologize for mistakenly wrote your name as Brandon last week. Yeah, how dare you? You're so lucky we didn't kick you out. I was on my toes because my account went into verification. I'm your frequent viewer and follow your suggestions and methods. Thank you for such great content. You're welcome. Question, my launch was intended to happen in March. Unfortunately, UPS had failed. Excuse me. To do their job, and my inventory has been stuck and not moving for more than 2 weeks now. As I'm into seasonal products, the season is almost at the end. Like March is kind of last month. I was thinking to hold my Amazon account by going on vacation option and launch my product in September. What would you suggest about this? Yeah, I'm not sure. That sucks. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Potentially, you can get the goods sent to you, and just for next season, you could send those in. You can put your account in vacation mode if you don't have any product listings to not get charged. But yeah, you got to figure out what's best for you. It depends on the product, but yeah, if it only sells in those times, maybe you wait, or you just prep, put a little bit of inventory in, and just start racking up reviews for you to start prepping for September when the season starts again. Dave Peters. Hey Cameron, the other day I created a brand new listing in the category I wanted. Then I changed the title and made it for adults and kids. Amazon then restricted my product. Simply because I changed title, but while checking my competitors' products, I see where they have kids and their bullet points on other areas on listings. So it's established seller products are overlooked by Amazon because they have that freedom. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Depends on the product itself. Um, see why it's restricted. Maybe just to give them a document and you get through it. Hey Cameron, my application for brand registry was denied, though I already got brand approved. They came back saying the reasons why I got denied were you're internal to the brand, such as employee of the brand, as well as you're responsible for selling the brand on Amazon. The question is it normal to get denied for a specific reason? How do you suggest move forward? Yeah, it's pretty normal to get denied. I would send them in a letter of authorization with your next approval. Otherwise, if I don't know the details of what you're actually sending in, I can't really help you because there could be something wrong with something you're sending in, but I would include the letter of authorization next time. Dave Peters, do you recommend using PPC to build on reviews? Yes. Get some sales going? Yes. What do you recommend running for? At least 2 weeks to get some data. Also, would it be better if I get reviews by asking friends, family, then run PPC? Do both. Get in the Vine program too once you get brand registered. Dave Peters, for a first time product, would you recommend selling all units 500 to Amazon Fulfillment Center or store some in 3PL? Also, if possible, could you show how to send to 3PL if your product is in Amazon Fulfillment Center already? So you send to a 3PL, you could do a removal order and just send right to the fulfillment center. Make sure they know that it's coming. It depends on, so you said 500 units to Amazon. Depends on how big your market is. If you think you can go through that pretty fast, then yes. If not, then no. Dave Peters, after launching my product, setting up PPC and all, how often do I need to optimize my listing to ensure I'm competing for the top of the ranks? So once you're getting data back for PPC, and you're seeing keywords convert better than others, then get that up in the bullets and the title, things like that. Any customer complaints, things like that, or just learning more about the customers, make sure you address those in your updates to your listing too. Oscar Leon launched Tuesday and I got a few sales from friends using the search find buy strategy. Nice, good job. Now I'm one of the first options in the first page from main 5 keywords. Congrats, Ben. That's awesome. Question is, do I still need to run PPC for those keywords even though I'm already there? Yes, I would suggest doing this. They're going to see 2 listings and you're going to have a more chance of a click-through rate. Haven't got any organic sales yet though, but I have 9 reviews thanks to Vine. Should I just wait for organic sales? Should I run PPC anyways? Don't want to lose momentum. Yep, keep PPC going. Keep pushing sales in. Organic sales will come over time. Don't stop what you're doing if you're not getting organic sales, but you're ranking up. Just keep moving forward. I sell a bundle of 3 things. Just got a review from Vine saying that the order came incomplete. The rest of them all 5 stars. How can I fix that customer experience? Or at least have Amazon put something on the review saying that it was their fault or something. So you can go into your customer experience metrics and you can respond to that review and just make sure that people know that you're responsive and you're reaching out to at least try to fix it. Otherwise, there's not much you could do. You can't get that review taken down most likely. Tina Dang, hello Cameron. When it comes to ordering custom samples for my products, do I need to come up or know a brand name first before ordering it, just in case I may use it to send the photographer? Yes, you do if you're going to get custom samples. Otherwise, just get generic samples and add that on later. Nash Ortiz Lewis, hi Cameron, hope you are well. I need some advice, please. I applied for brand registry last March. Until now, even after making 2 follow-ups, my application is still pending review. In parallel with this BR application, I have ordered my second product from supplier, and so I'll need to open a listing soon to get FN SKUs printed. My questions are as following. Do you think I should open the listing? You have the BR application still pending. If you got brand approval, yes, that should be fine to do that. So if you got brand approval for that brand, just open the listing. You're good to go there. When BR gets approved, and assuming I use the same brand names, can I claim the listing under my approved brand name? Yes. So if it's the same brand name, you're good to go there. Abdullah Sheriff, hey Cameron, how is my manufacturer supposed to package my product? Or in other words, how many pieces is expected to be in one package? If you're talking about master cartons, then as many as they can fit in and what their standard cartons are. My manufacturer mentioned that they will have 1-piece cartons. However, if I buy 300 pieces, that means I'll have 300 boxes, which leads to having paid a huge shipping fee. Therefore, I needed some insight because I'm sure my freight forward shouldn't ship 300 boxes. Depends how big those units are, man. So you got to keep every master carton under 25 inches on every side and under 50 pounds. So if you have products that are under that, then yes, try to get them combine that. You can work with your manufacturer for this. They should be able to accommodate that. So this is you talking to them. Oscar Leon, is there a way to tell which keyword I got organic sale through? If you're brand registered, you should be able to see some of this stuff in brand analytics. Brand analytics, you'll be able to know that. Like literally just got an organic sale. Can I know that which keyword the customer used to find me? Yep, brand analytics if you're brand registered. And hey Cameron, I don't have active any promo rebates, but I see that Amazon is adding them at the end of the cycle and payment fee. I don't really understand how this algorithm works. Other thing, I turned on PPC campaign. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there. I'd have to see more. Promo, it could be just Amazon doing promo reads for their customers, and it doesn't affect you in any way. You have to look into your transaction reports to really know what's going on. Other thing, I turned on PPC campaign. I have auto campaign on, phrase, broad. On top of that, I'm bidding for exact keywords. I'm spending so much per day having 2 to 6 sales, or sometimes nothing. All the time I'm watching the algorithm, which keywords spending money and no sales, then I pause it. Wonder because at the beginning only have auto campaign. I'm not spending so much, had 2 sales. Now having all the campaign on, no sales at all from the auto campaign. I spend over 100 to 150 per day on campaigns. Just crazy. Yeah, it's too much probably. I know you need to take a look to see what's going on. I'm just thinking that I need to change my listing or something happen. I'm not collecting any more sales. Thank you for your advice. So everything I talked about in the pre-launch stuff and the launch guide, I would look into that. Of course, that matters so much more to me than PPC. Reviews are a big thing, of course. 100 to 150 a day is too much. You need to level that down to like 30 a day, like 30 a day. Like you're going way too aggressive with it. And just have time be your friend here in this case, because you're gonna blow so much money that you're gonna have to quit. Um, let's see here. Yeah, without looking at your PPC reports, I can't really tell you much. Conversion rate, go look at your conversion rate. Again, my video on reports will help you with that. Your listing, yeah. The pre-launch stuff, go take a look at, which obviously includes the listing stuff. But yeah, you need to know your conversion rate. If it's like 4%, then yeah, like you're just going to keep blowing money. Make sure you're tracking your organic rankings through Helium 10 if you can too, to make sure that you're actually making progress. If you're not making progress in your organic rankings, like moving up, seeing green numbers over, week to week basis, you're going to see red sometimes, you're going to see green. Don't panic if you have a red day. It's totally fine, totally normal. But you need to make sure you're moving up overall, or else you're really just blowing money. Fred, Meanie, hey Cameron, I'm launching a product in a beauty category. My product is not in a high volume niche. My final target price is $36. I think I have a great product listing with engaging bullets, professional pictures highlighting the negative reviews that I've corrected on my product. Which scenario do you recommend for launch and price, and why? $35.95 with $12 coupon, $23.95 without a coupon. So I go with secret option C, probably like $26 with I think a $3 coupon or $2 coupon, whatever you can make it work. Lower price is always going to make your conversion rate much higher to get the click through. And then a little bit of a coupon in there is going to, and again, if you're under $30, put it in percentage terms, not dollar amount. A little bit of coupon is going to help people do an impulse buy. So lower price is my first thing. I'd rather have a lower price than a big old coupon. And then if you can put a little coupon on the end of that, I think that's even better. For PPC campaigns that are already doing well, should I direct budget from other failing campaigns toward them? Yes. I tend to not touch the ones that are doing well at all, since I don't want to mess them up. The algo, some reason, but it is increasing budget relative for bigger scaling. So yeah, just a little, like every 3 days, just raise the budget maybe by like $3 or $5, and just keep going until you can essentially. Let's see here. Usama, hey Cam, how are you? I launched my product, have 3 ad campaigns, phrase, product, auto, and place which are getting impressions but no sales as of yet. Wanted to see what else I could maybe do to better my click conversion rate. Again, the launch PDF thing is all the things I'd check. I did enroll 10 youths for Vine. Another question, I sold out my first product within 3 weeks. Nice, man. Congrats. I've already placed the order for restock, and the supplier will ship items this week. Do I just leave my listing active, or should I close the listing, keep my rating? If it's going to be out of stock for a couple weeks, close listing. If it's going to be longer than that, just leave it inactive. It doesn't really matter. Let's see. Did I miss anything there? Yeah, the pre-launch stuff for conversion rate, I'd check into. Cameron James, update. My inventory has reached Amazon, now facing a couple issues written below. Number one, as per Amazon, my inventory will be completely received by 06 April. The inventory is appearing as available to sale. Located, should I start running PPC or should I wait till 06? So as soon as you got items for sale, I'd start PPC. Question two, I've uploaded my brand story and A+ content last week. Still, it's in submission phase. Should I wait for being published? Nope, start PPC right away. Question three, what should be an ideal budget for week for automatic and broad campaigns? Moreover, when running exact campaigns, should I bid more on short or long tail keywords? So it depends on the market. So longer tail keywords are going to be probably more conversion friendly, so maybe bid a little bit more on those. Lower tail that are higher in keyword volume, I would do a little less there just because you can run out your budgets quickly. Ideal budget for automatic and broad, maybe $5 a day. The rest stuff, should go to phrase and exact there, which are more important. Cool, guys. That was the last question. Let me go to the chat here. If you guys enjoy that, let me know. Hopefully, I was a little foggy today, not feeling the best, but I wanted to do this for you guys. So hopefully I wasn't too foggy for you guys and it actually made some sense. Let's see. Sama, hello. What's going on? D, hello. Tayana, thanks, Cameron. You're welcome. Usama, hi, Cam. What's going on, dude? Perry Gupta, can Suna be cheaper with any code, Cam, or any little cheaper option? I'll get on their email list to see if they send you a code. I think there's code specific there. I have a few codes, but I think they're expired by now. I'm trying to pair up with those guys to see if I get you guys codes, but they're not doing anything affiliate wise right now. Astro, not motivation. Hey, Cameron, how can I enter mentorship with you? I'd like to work one-on-one with you. Thanks. Yeah, just give me a message. Give me a private message and in the Facebook group, and we'll take care of you there to give you more info. Abdallah, yeah, just send me a personal message, Astro. Abdallah Sheriff, hey, thank you for answering my question in the comments. Can you elaborate on exactly what you mean by package being 50 pounds, 25 inches? Yeah, so when you send master cartons into Amazon, they're going to hold a lot of your units, right? So say you have 1,000 units, you have 100 boxes, each box has 10 units in it. So it's called the master carton. Now, when you send your master cartons in, Amazon requires them to be 25 inches or less on every single side. So all three sides have to be under 25 inches and under 50 pounds. So it can't be heavier than this. I have to be well under this too. So I never go over like 23 inches per side just because I don't want an angry employee that day measuring me over and me getting in trouble there. Same thing with poundage. I go like 48 pounds or less there. So yeah, that's what I mean by that. If your one unit is bigger than 25 inches on each side and over 50 pounds, that's fine. It just has to be, every unit has to be its own master carton when you do that. So if you have 100 units that are all bigger than this, then you're sending in 100 master cartons and they're just bigger than that. And that's totally fine. Usama, how often do we run the report to remove keywords? I don't know, every week to 2 weeks there. Abdallah, are you speaking about the master carton with multiple units in them or the individual packages? I'm talking about the master cartons, Abdallah. Usama, what is a good starting budget for each campaign? 5 on auto, 5 on broad, 15 on phrase, and then I usually start phrase first, but if I start an exact, it's probably 15 on that, and then I decrease my phrase to 10 after that. But I like my phrase to be, I call it my discovery campaign because it casts a wider net, and I like to see what keywords are working, then move those keywords that I'm going to double down on, just like I was talking in the launch guide, to put in my exact and just focus on those. So cool, guys. This was a longer one, so I'm going to end it there. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, get in the Facebook group down below at the link and apply. It's free, and you guys can get the guide there, get your own copy. But cool, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one.